mean, it's the age of moving everything to the edge. Back to you had mainframe computers. Back when Al Gore invented the internet, we had the age of big data exploding. And mainframe computers, Cray, whatever. And we still have supercomputers, but now, it's on your phone, right? That is the supercomputers. Everything's going to the edge. The power is going to the edge. Power generation is going to the edge. You modularize the power. Eventually, it'll be nuclear power at the edge.
Sure. I agree with that.
Whatever that is. But running AI in data centers, that's going to the edge. It has to. You can't keep putting these massive, massive gigawatt pieces of the puzzle all in one place. And when you spread it out, suddenly the transmission and generation system can handle it. And that
Yeah.
goes to the edge. And people want that anyway. They want control. They want the ability to, and they should. They should have that opportunity to maximize the value for themselves, and then share it with people. And that's where it's all going. It's going to the edge, and that's where data centers are ultimately going. And that's why you're seeing the proliferation around the globe, really. But just getting that massive, massive amounts of compute to be able to take something, raw amounts of data that are frankly unassociated, associate them, create those statistical relationships that give you predictive power, and do that in a agnostic way with all the data that's at your fingertips. Do it in real time, self-healing, also reprogramming, and then recalibrating, rewriting your own algos. The chips that are coming out today are doing a lot of that on the chip out of the factory. That's why these chips are a
Crazy.
national security concern, right?
Interesting.
But that's what's going into your average data center down the block. I mean, that's the kind of things that are there, and that's what we need, and that's where I think Oklahoma's got a huge way. There's actually legislation that's trying to be moved forward, and I want to people to be aware of that as well. That hey, we need to promote data centers in Oklahoma. We have the energy, and we can bring those jobs, that expertise, that long-term commitment, to our state. And we have abundant resources that could be tapped. You, as a geologist, you could speak to this better than I can. But if you're bringing that value right there, behind the meter, if you will, in that kind of closed loop system, and you're actually taking carbon out of the air just by using the ambient heat, the energy that the data centers are putting into the environment. Now you've got the carbon, you're combining that with our brick process. Now you're stepping into some, obviously some moving parts, but these are, again, all well documented, proven steps. So I think the data center world has a lot to offer, and I think the oil and gas world does too. And they have a lot to offer each other.
Yeah, I totally agree. That could be a very good, symbiotic relationship.